I have been on my own holistic healing journey for over 10 years. I've studied what feels like a zillion books, videos, and healing modalities, all the while searching for what is going on underneath the symptoms, looking for ways to heal at the core. Intuitively, I've always sensed that natural healing is possible. Contrary to the Western medical model of separating the mind and body for study and therapeutics, I've known that healing is holistic, that everything we experience affects our well-being. Our bodies are created to be self-healing, with amazing biochemistry, constant cell regeneration, and powerful immune systems. If we give our minds and bodies what they need, they heal. But in some situations, the messages between the brain and body get mixed up, interrupted, distorted, or clouded, and then our overall health and well-being suffers. Searching for the truth of how to optimize our health naturally has convinced me more than ever that authentic healing is possible and may be simpler than we might at first imagine. Research reveals the devastating effect of chronic and situational trauma on health and well-being. Since PTSD and ACES have been identified and studied extensively, there have been many experiments, methodologies, and trainings, some of which have produced better results than others. In the 2022 PESI Trauma Healing Workshop, taught by Dr. Eric Gentry and referenced by over 400 scientific citations, we learned the simplest, most doable trauma healing processes. These are the simplest ones I've seen yet. Dr. Gentry presented what really works in trauma healing, proven by research, and simplified into 4 main steps. Here are these 4 steps listed in clinical terminology. Each of these is proven by research and practice. I'll talk about each one of these steps in subsequent videos, but here the 4 steps are: first, building a therapeutic relationship; second, psychoeducation and skills building; third, integration and desensitization; and fourth, post-traumatic growth and resilience. I know, these big words, by now your eyes are glazing over. So in this slide, I made things super simple, maybe even too simple. Number 1, get a great coach, someone with therapeutic skills who knows how to help you work through what is not working and get to what does. 2, your coach should be able to teach you the basics of how your nervous system works so you can learn to reconnect with yourself, identify your environmental triggers, and notice when you're in a perceived threat response. Then, how to return to calmness in moments. Once you've got that down, it will be time to practice in the real world, and in some cases, in therapeutic sessions for dealing with specific memories. Here's the same 4 steps. I've switched them up into a bit more descriptive but still explainable process. Dr. Gentry teaches that 90% of the therapeutic success for trauma healing includes development of a positive therapeutic relationship with a skilled, compassionate practitioner. That practitioner should be able and willing to provide you with what he calls an operating manual for your autonomic nervous system. Because when you understand how your body and brain work together to keep you safe, and what it is trying to do when traumatic memories, flashbacks, or nightmares intrude, then you can learn how to calm your nervous system and to keep calm and choose to respond in situations rather than simply react in fear. Armed with that inner knowledge and the encouragement of your coach, you can practice your skills in real-life situations and then begin optimizing your life in your present reality without being haunted by any past traumas. You can choose to become who you want to become. When you realize that you do not need to remain a victim of the trauma you have experienced, and you learn how to heal its effects, it is possible that you can turn that trauma into wisdom. The journey to wholeness requires an awareness of the current situation. Begin where you are. It requires enough humility to be able to learn and the willingness to do the inner work. Other people have healed from trauma. They've walked the walk, and so can you if you choose. You can become who you want to become because authentic healing is possible and may be simpler than you might imagine. I love this poem by Victor Hugo. Be like the bird who, pausing in his flight, on limb too slight, feels it give way beneath him, and yet sings, knowing he has wings. I invite you to join me on the next video, and I'll share more of what I've been learning about trauma healing on my own journey of holistic healing.